Hello, it's been a few days since our last discussion about the rental. And it's been a few days because I haven't even wanted to talk about it. But I'll take you on a quick walk through here. Have to put together a little mosaic of some of the pictures we took of the trim because it has now, for the most part, been pulled down because of the issues with it. But they did come through today in prime, and the cabinets are sitting in the middle of everything now, waiting to be put up. So there are still a few issues, but we'll take a walk. Okay, here we go at our usual starting place. We got prime on. You can see the trim is not on this door, or well, on two sides of it, the top and the side. I don't know if you can see this, but there was a lot of damage done to this underlying wall because they didn't put the door out to the same depth as the wall, so they just tried to pad the drywall down, and so the trim just came off, and then you can see what they've done to the drywall. So over here, this trim was taken down because the nails that should have been going this way into the wood, there were nails just shot through the trim like this. So, and then they had only done like half the trim. They hadn't trimmed any of the baseboard or anything, and they had done like one piece of trim on this door, which obviously has come down. But anyway, that trim will be done later, but everything is primed. The painters are doing good. They have caulked the ceilings and everything, and they actually covered everything, which is nice. There is one pile of our kitchen cabinets awaiting to be put in because they have now arrived, all but one cabinet. The painters did cover our floor. We had covered our floor. I don't know if I talked about that before because we weren't sure they were going to cover it. So there is covering under this, but we had left some gaps for the baseboard to be put in, and the painters have covered everything, which is great. Here you can see one example of the beautiful trim. This piece popped off all of its own volition last night, so there's kind of some issue. The painters have taken care of some of it. This trim was atrocious yesterday. Like I said, I'll see if I have some pictures I can put in, but they've done some caulking and have at least made the gaps go away. Here's the other big, giant pile of our cabinets waiting to go in. Two of these boxes are as long as this pile almost, because they're the pantry and the double oven. So that's exciting. Here, they've caulked some of this trim and stuff, but right there, I don't know how well this one's going to go down. You can see that that trim from the installation process just all cracked being put up. So we will see how that one plays out. But Sean is giving them a chance for the painters to make it right, because that's what the contractor keeps saying is going to happen. So we shall see. And then here into the kitchen area tomorrow, they are supposed to paint the kitchen area so that we can at least get cabinets in, because no trim is needed in this kitchen area except around this door. There will be trim needed around this door, but this door has to be replaced first, so this trim wasn't completely whatever. I never wanted trim around this window. I had asked for this window to be bull-nosed like the walls here, and it wasn't, so that's having to be retrofitted. And this stuff wasn't even, this trim virtually fell off when you touched it because the nails were going through here, not into anything. And this is totally not level. I don't know if you can see it, but like totally not level here. So the trim wasn't setting right. Additional issues we found, and I don't know why nobody found this when they were finishing it, but like you can see, this is not appropriately in. And this particular electrical socket is 1.5 inches higher than the 4 around it. So I'm sure that won't show on video per se, especially in this lighting, which is apparently too dark for focusing. But there is going to be stone backsplash around those, and you're absolutely going to see the difference in height. I think you can kind of see it. So they have to come in now after all that drama with getting the drywall. They already had to replace part of this wall because they didn't do it right to begin with the drywall. And now they're going to have to come in, cut a hole there, repatch it, and apparently they have no intention of actually moving that electrical box till after they've painted the room, which means they have to come in and patch all that and try to make it right. I don't know, but if it ain't done right, that last payment, my contract says I don't have to pay till I'm pleased, and I will not be making the last payment to the contractor. We did go ahead and pay up current to date for the things that we believe are done acceptable, and not trying to be a bitch or anything about it, but I don't know. Y'all tell me. You gonna live with that? I mean, just imagine having tile that has lines going horizontally there. You gonna live with an 1.5 inch difference? And you gonna live with your plug cover not sitting flat? I don't think it's unreasonable to expect some of that to be correct. But overall, you know, it is coming along. The painters were pleased with. So we've been pleased with all the subcontractors. It's just been the contractors, old men, who seem to rush through things and do them half-assed, and then they have to come back and replace them. So here's hoping that it'll all work out in the end.